Well, it's that time for us to go to the game reveal. First, let me tell you, this round is called A Sight for Sore Eyes, Losers Bracket Round 3. In general, these games have been chosen because of visuals. Are they going to hurt your eyes? Maybe. We will give a warning if so. Are they really, really ugly? Maybe. We'll probably see that pretty clearly. Are they just bizarre graphics? That's also a possibility. So Crappy, take us on over to the game reveal. Remember as well that these... Oh, hi, Mario. The specific categories here, we try to get as close as possible, but when there are redraws, there may be, your mileage may vary on how strict we adhere to the gauntlet or these specific round themes. So the theme is A Sight for Sore Eyes. Who could possibly heal my eyes? It's not Ben Stein. It is Escorian. Come on in, Escorian. Come on, I don't need clear eyes for you. Hello there. How you doing?
Hello. I'm doing good.
Well,
glad to give out a game again.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you're here. And also, yeah, I was talking about Magpie a little bit earlier. You paid money for Magpie, and I put a little bird sprite in there for you. That was fun. Yeah.
That's a sight for sore eyes.
A sight. It's a little vibrant, but that's okay. Vibrant's good. Yeah. Now, this game... I think that in general there are some good graphics in it, and the art itself is pretty good. As for weird, I think it's got some weird visuals here. Hey, Jacqueline, thank you for that subscription. So, yeah, Escorian, what do we have for our players today?
We have Ace Lightning for the Game Boy Advance.
Oh, look at this guy. It was
based on I think, Canadian show?
Well, considering Xander gave it out one time because somebody reminded me that Xander gave it out a couple years ago, it might be Canadian, but I'd say that the show itself is a little horrifying to look at. Well, we're going to have a full hour for the players to experience what this game is all about. Whoever makes the most progress will take the victory. Whoever falls behind is out of Kusogrand8. Sayonara! Or, yeah, I think that's what they say. I don't know who they are, but... Oh no, the Arcade Pit music is playing.
That was... Wait.
What a happy coincidence. Hey, I'm going to be playing in Arcade Pit today, so everybody, you better come and watch. If you don't, then you're not watching.
What if I want to sleep?
Y'all, you can also sleep, okay? Sleep is allowed. Okay, you don't have to watch, everybody. It's fine. Well, during Kusogrand8, we've got our players matching up against each other, and who do we have but Mazre and Yugge? Mazre has been around watching Kusogrand8 for a long time, but I don't believe has made it into the bracket before. Yugge has been around the community for a long time, but also, I think is relatively new to the Kusogrand8 bracket. So it's exciting to see these two go up against each other. One will be eliminated today. We will shed many tears, all 5 of them. Now, maybe more tears, like 6 or 7. Okay, Suikoden, go away.
We'll shed tears simply because we don't get to torture them anymore is all.
Yeah. Actually, I joke. I started this Kusogrand8 in general. I said because I want to torture people and laugh at them. And while that holds true, I also really appreciate people who are willing to come and play, because it takes a lot to go into a game and play in front of people and not know how you're going to do. So even, quote unquote torture, but at the same time, I'm cheering them on. I want them to do well. I want them to be the best that they can be at whatever thing they've never played before. And, sometimes games go well for you, sometimes they don't. You never know in Kusogrand8.
Yeah, everyone has games they're good at. Like, you throw a puzzle game at me and I'm destroyed.
I know. You were talking to me about that a little bit before. I'm like, you need to test Magpie before I release it. You're like, I'm not good at puzzle games. I'm like, you'll need to test it.
Hey, I'll do it, but just there's your warning.
That's okay. You know, the thing is, I want it to be a game that is fairly approachable to people who don't play a lot of puzzle games as well. So that's fine if you are not a puzzle game expert. In fact, that can be valuable insight for me. You know, some of the levels, sure, make them difficult. Some of them, but majority, I want, like, most people to be able to get through them after a little while. Well, I think I'm ready, so I'm going to check with the players to see if they are. In the meantime, what do you think would be good emotes to spam?
Circus emotes, I'd say, is probably a good
no.
one.
Why circus emotes? I hate clowns.
Well, this whole game is based in a circus, kind of like Hedge Maze's one the other day.
Well, everybody, it is that time then. You heard Escorian. Get your circus emotes. Go spam them now because we're doing the countdown. Best of luck to the players, and honestly, if you don't have circus emotes, then whatever you'd like. Oh, that is a clown, all right. We have a lot of clowns in chat, and I'm not talking about the emotes. Ha, dig that, nerds. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, bozo. Oh, these are sprites. Okay, I must find the amulet. Here's the deal. We've had this in Kusogrand8 before. I remember nothing about this, so tell me, what is this game?
So, as I said earlier, it's a game based on, like, a kids' or not kids, maybe? I don't know. But it's based on a TV show where a superhero makes it, a lightning strikes a kid's house, and a superhero from the kid's game appears in his world or something and joins him, and I don't really know much about what it's based on, but this game, you're playing as the superhero, and
oh, that spider's face dislike, thumbs down. Yeah. How many different art styles have we seen already? Like 3 or 4, I think. This is impressive. Yeah, it looks like Yugge is currently going through the ghost train level. Mazre finding it. Yugge appears to be punching a vampire. Okay, are vampires weak to punches?
So you can only actually hurt this vampire by punching or kicking it. The blast that Yugge is using on it will not work. Also, if you try to fly away, he eats you.
No! No! Bad vampire! Bad! Okay. Yeah, one thing for the players to pay attention to then, especially if it feels like you're not damaging an enemy, pay attention to sound effects. If the sound effects sound different, you may need to do something different. No, they don't.
Nope.
Hey,
just a generic punch or kick sound.
Mazre has punched the vampire into a bat. That was 4 punches total, and that's it. That's so stupid.
Hey, if you were a vampire and you were punched in the junk, would you be? I'd fly away and die too.
Yeah, I'd turn into a bat personally. Like, better option. Okay, now we're in the slightly dark area, and Mazre moving slightly into the lead, defeating the skull first. At least I presume this game is fairly linear.
Actually, not that linear. There's a lot of curves. So what we're going to do is base it on who reached the next stage first, or who reached the stage first, rather. So technically, Yugge is still in the lead because they made it into the stage first.
Okay. How many... Yeah, my big question is, like, are the levels pretty determinant? Like, you will be going to specific levels in a specific order?
Oh yeah, it looks like it's an open world type thing, but it is only one level is open at a time.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, don't you love the swinging eyeballs?
Yeah, every day, eyeballs be swinging. A scary music. Oh no, there's bats, there's scary stuff. Well, luckily we do have a good team of referees who are helping to track these matches. Thank you to the volunteers who are helping this year. Honestly, referees have made a huge difference when it comes to tracking the matches. So for this match, we have Linkura, Jerry Eris versus the Googler. Uh-oh, not the Googler. And we also have Taven. These three referees luckily don't have too much work. You know, they're trying, they're making sure they know when the players have entered the level, but otherwise it should be pretty apparent just watching the players, you know, how far they are compared to each other. Oh no! Mazare having a hard time with this specific area. It looked like you should have to jump up above, but his jump is just a tiny bit too small.
No, you do jump up there. It's just, well, platform hitboxes are just as ugly as the game can be.
What? Okay, Yugge did do it. Okay. Why? How? How is it this bad?
I mean, ask the devs that. But,
yeah, with that said, we don't give information to the players, especially since one player has already figured this section out, which is just jump up there. What?
Hey,
okay,
there we
go. Why was it so hard? Do you have to be to the left of the platform in order to get more height when jumping, or?
I don't know, in all honesty.
I'm a little concerned for Mazare. It looks like we're low on health here. So I'm wondering when you die. Never mind. Full heal and falling all the way back down to the bats. We're going to have to do this section again. It's fine. It's possible a standing jump gets you more height per Jerry Eris. So that's possible. Oh, geez. I hate these bats. They respawn, and then you shoot them. They don't even die. They just fly away for a little while, and they come back.
Shocking, isn't it?
Yeah.
But there are checkpoints in the level, so
Good.
If they hit the checkpoint, they get that. Otherwise, they end up back at the start.
Okay.
That was a smart attempt by Mazare because he never did try that, so...
It's worth trying, I'd say, yeah. I don't like the weird frogs in the wall. Why are there frogs in the walls? Like, the skulls in the wall, a little more understandable. Mazare, where's your train? Choo-choo?
You gotta wait for the cycle again.
Oh my
once
gosh. Yeah, and I suppose if you run off screen, bats are going to respawn, so you don't want to do that. Okay, I've got a few things that I don't love about this game. First off, everything. Now, it's more like the enemy respawns are annoying. Waiting for the train is annoying. Just, there's a lot of waiting. Mazare not going to wait any longer. Going to try to backtrack. Unfortunately, nothing to do over there. Yugge currently making some solid progress here. He has the triangle. What's the triangle here?
One of them is the checkpoint and the other is the open a secret room item. I can't remember which one that is. Now that pit Yugge just fell in, it looks like it's going to damage you, but you actually have to go that way. You can ignore these platforms completely, I believe, and just jump using the eyeballs, because it's a bouncy pit, basically.
Oh no, the bouncy eyeballs. You know, my own eyeballs are not that bouncy. I've never jumped on them, but I presume they're not.
I've always assumed they were more, like, squishy. Oh, there is another thing that Mazre hasn't figured out yet. And you can actually climb platforms by just hanging on the, like, jumping at the, or not jumping, but pressing up, I believe, at the edge of a platform.
Pressing up? Does that allow you to climb?
Yeah. You climb up to the next platform if you're at the edge.
Okay, that's good. That's good. How much information did the players get for this game? I'm curious.
I gave them basic controls, so I told them, you know, move with the direction pad, jump and attack, and all the different attacks.
Gotcha. Okay, Mazre.
I didn't tell them about climbing, in all fairness. And I didn't even remember until Yugge did it, so I guess that's my fault.
Yeah, but if the players were given all of the same information, then they are on the same level. I would probably, at the least, just tell them, you know, since Yugge already figured out I wouldn't tell Mazre how to climb, I would just give them a warning, you know, there are some additional context-sensitive controls to be aware of. And then that will at least help clarify for the players that they may have some additional context to think about. Yeah, I think that would be a fair thing to let the players know. Yeah. Now we are 10 minutes into this match, and it looks like Yugge may be at a boss.
Yes. I think that's the Googler. Let me double check.
Not the Googler.
Yeah, that is the Googler.
Oh, Yugge pushing the Googler back. Take this. Go back to your web searches. Come on. Web crawler. So much better. Was it web crawler? Whatever the spider one was. I always used the spider one. I thought that was great. No, not Netscape. That's a browser. That's not a...
So, there's a trick with this fight. Well, you can kill this guy in 2 different ways. I learned you can just spam the shot button and he'll end up dying sooner or later. But the way you're actually supposed to do it is drop these eyeballs down and hit him with it.
Okay. Oh, so direct hits to his face, not going to deal any damage. Shoot the eyeballs, drop them on his head until the Googler's dead.
Yeah. But you can spam, like, just spam the crap out of the laser beam. That's how I beat this guy the first time. I didn't even know about these eyeballs. But, I like how this guy has a nickname of just Goog. Goog. Because it sounds like he's from, like, King of the Hill.
Hey, Goog. How you doing, Goog? Oh, no! It looks like Yugge, is through the Googler. The Googler is down. Perfect.
Oh, yeah, that was... I thought they died I thought he died as well because, the timing of it.
Yeah, I was worried that the Googler, aka the Goog, took the win there, but nope, we're good. We're good. It looks like Yugge currently outside, moving on to the second level. Oh my gosh. Okay, this music is a little generic.
Oh, oh god, he's in that level. I'm curious if we're gonna see an instant death. He stopped himself.
Okay.
So so yeah, you're a lightning hero, so you touch water and, well...
Gotcha. Actually, that kind of checks out if you are a lightning hero, although that doesn't make... I mean, I guess if you're constantly conductive but yeah, maybe all your lightning power would spread out and go into the ground from there. You gotta wear really good rubber boots, though, to keep from dying all the time, is what I'd say. Because the electricity wants to go to the ground. That's where it wants to live.
I still hate how this guy looks like he has flesh sneakers on.
Yeah, ugh. Like, flesh sneakers with very pronounced heels. Well, since Yugge is on level 2, I'm gonna go ahead and change the music over, see if we get hot jams over there. I mean, jams, yes, hot, that's to be decided later.
I like it more than the first stage.
Ooh, I like this, yeah. Okay, this is interesting. So, you actually shared, you don't know a whole lot about this series, Alex, or Ace Lightning, Alex Lightning, whatever. I think I was thinking Alex Mack for a second there, but you shared a few pictures of the series with me, and let me share these with chat, because you all need to see, as much as this game has various... Oh, we've got the sore eyes swinging on Mazre's screen. You know, as much as this round is called a sight for sore eyes, I think the show itself is more hideous than the game. Okay, first off, let's look. Okay, here we go. Okay, not the worst, you know, pretty ugly. It could be worse, right?
These both, like, real life and,
Yeah, I mean, the combination of art styles in the game kind of match the combination of art styles in the show, so kudos. So that one, not too scary, right? How about this? How about this, huh? This is Ace Lightning here. Okay? It looks like he has eaten 3 babies today and is trying to get 1 more. Oh, yeah. What a hideous guy. I actually like this kind of villain that you shared, though.
Forget her name.
The villain. Helen the villain? I don't know. Here she is, though. She's got an orb. She's pretty okay, though. Like, really pronounced collarbones. But
her name is Lady Illusion.
Ooh. Lady Illusion shows up to talk to you. Hello. I've got ball. You want ball? Well, too bad. I disappear now. Blah. Yeah, simply put, better than Ace. So, this round, you know, this game definitely does have some issues, and we've seen plenty of them. First off, cycles when it comes to the stupid train going back and forth. My biggest complaint so far because of how long it takes to come back. Second, just some of these jumps are way too tight. And also, when you do the long horizontal jump, it seems like the players are accidentally doing it because you can almost always see them correct in order to try to not die.
Yeah.
So if you're running horizontally and you jump, you get very low height and a pretty long horizontal distance. And just, it's difficult to know exactly what type of jump you're going to have when playing this. That's really what I'm seeing here. Oh, and Don Ravioli is saying, wait, was that fall damage? Does this game have fall damage?
I don't think so. I don't remember any sort of fall damage. It might have been they hit some water.
Waterfall damage. Oh, waterfall damage. Oh, there we go. Okay. Ooh, Yugge in the Tunnel of Love.
But, something you might be interested in. I didn't tell the players this, But save your lives.
Oh no. Are saves automatic in the game?
No, after each level they can save.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, that's gonna be fun when they discover that.
Yeah, and Yugge's on their last life, I believe. That's a little fun fact about this game that I can't wait for them to find out.
And Mazre currently fighting the Googler. Luckily, not taking too much damage, but he's gonna have to learn how to actually hurt the boss here, and that's gonna be the main first obstacle. Oh, there we go, invincible. I really, really like the lightning shield. It looks so much better than Sonic's whatever crap he has, you know?
It's just like a tumbleweed.
Yeah, tumbleweed.
But I am glad that Mazre does seem to be getting the hang of the game, though.
Yeah, the biggest thing, he'll just need to figure out, he's hitting the eyeballs back towards the boss. I think he's got the right start of an idea here. It's just not quite. Ooh, and Yugge onto a boss. Uh-oh.
Now, this is Lady Illusion that you showed off.
Okay.
Actually don't know the trick to fighting her. You're supposed to use that, I guess, bumper car jousting thing. And whack the lady. When you get close to her, I have no clue because she just kind of disappears.
Mazre, back to the beginning of the game. That's gonna be a huge setback. However, Yugge could get a game over on this stage as well. You know, when you only have one life left. As it turns out, this means you have 0 extra lives. Yeah, that's right. 1 is 0 in this game.
I think. I'm not 100% sure,
That's
but...
what happened with Mazre.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, so enjoy the pain here. So I'm trying to figure out what the plot of the game is, but it's a little bit difficult to find. I do see that essentially the show itself, this is from Wikipedia, follows the life of British teenager Mark Hollander, who moved to the American town Conestoga Hills with his parents. What a crappy town name. One stormy night, Mark plays his favorite video game, a fictional Ace Lightning and the Carnival of Doom, a superhero-based adventure game where hero Ace Lightning traverses the Carnival of Doom to find the pieces of the magical amulet of Zor, whilst battling his nemesis Lord Fear. So Mark stumbles across a mysterious 7th level which is not meant to exist. So it's possible that this is actually like we are playing the video game that Mark was playing. A lightning bolt.
I actually think this is supposed to be real life, because if you watch the match or the fight with Yugge, it looks like the kid and the I guess hero keep switching out. Okay.
Which one's the kid?
The one in the cart.
Oh, are you serious? Okay.
Yeah.
Why is a kid in a flying car? I don't even know. That's just how it works in Ace Lightning Land. So a lightning bolt strikes the antenna on his roof, and through an electrical surge, the characters of the game come to life. Ace hires Mark. Oh my gosh, Ace has money. Ace hires Mark as his sidekick to fulfill the game's objectives in the real world. Mark's life is turned upside down, and his duty as a lightning knight affects his school grades and social life, often forcing him to make excuses for his family and friends. Like, oh, I gotta go do, I gotta skip school because, I gotta go, field trip. We're going on field trip. And then he's like, no, I'm doing superhero stuff. Just tell your parents that you're a superhero now, okay? Seriously, it's not a big deal. They'll get it. Or not. I don't know. I get it. Hey, Yugge is on to the 3rd level, but with only 1 life, so Yeah, one death is going to be a setback, but at the same time, still a lot of progress. Mazre having to do a lot of backtracking here, and unfortunately got killed by a spider.
Mazre is making good progress back.
Oh yeah, we're already to the eyeballs. Yugge
Now,
getting a game over and gonna find out that lives are saved.
Yeah, and what's gonna happen now is every time Mazre dies in a level, checkpoints. Well, Yugge now finding out there can be a random encounter of a boss in the open world.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can get extra lives from random encounters, great. How do you kill this
No,
dude?
they're just there to be a pain. Well, you.
Oh,
that's
you
how you
him.
kill him.
And then you wave. Whee!
And then you fly away.
Okay, this is good.
But yeah, the bad part for Yugge now is they only have one life. The checkpoints in the level aren't going to help them.
So
because once they die, they're back to the start of the level again.
Yeah, and if there are any instant death pits, which I presume there are, that's going to make this pretty painful.
Oh, yeah.
Are there ways to get extra lives in this game?
Yep. A lot of the hidden rooms have extra lives.
So exploration, which during Kusogrand8 might actually be helpful sometimes. It may be worth doing when you're playing. Okay, Mazre on to the Googler, but gonna have to figure out how do I Google the Googler? And it's through eyeballs.
I like how Mazre was just kind of chasing an eyeball there.
I mean, you gotta.
Oh, hey, Mazre got a hit in like I did. So you can just hit the Googler in his head after he comes out of that crouching and deal some damage.
Oh, so you can just hit him with your projectile?
Yeah, I'm not so sure if you're supposed to be able to, because all the bosses sort of have that mechanic where you damage them by doing something else.
I mean,
so
I kind of dig that, having multiple ways to actually hurt a boss. There we go, Mazre getting hits in. Okay. Unfortunately, the Googler was able to get a shot out, and that's dealing a lot of damage here.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can figure out a second... Oh, Mazre, yeah, is getting hits in, so I think he may continue doing this. And if you can defeat the Googler just using those hits, then this might end up being successful. But also a little bit frustrating that, you know, there's a quote-unquote intended way to do this. Okay, there we go. Using the invincibility. Good idea here.
I like how the shield just pushes him back, like, no, 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 no.
Well, yeah. That's how you Google the Googler. Ooh, Mazre taking too many hits. I think that's going to be another death. Okay, last attempt on this continue. Yugge, by the way, on stage 3, he very much has the lead. Mazre on stage 1. That is our current placements for these two players, with Yugge in the lead.
On this boss as well.
Very nice.
Look at the little rat friend. Not really a friend.
You gotta jump up and punch the flying rat?
Yes, that works, but you can also knock the planets into them.
Ah, yes, knock the planets into the rat. The classic way to defeat a rat.
But the electric shot, as you can see, does way better work here.
By the way, this was developed by Tiertex. If you know Tiertex, then you may be familiar with games such as Shaq Fu, Days of Thunder. Yeah, that's a name that we know here. How about some versions of the Flintstones, of course. Yeah. Paperboy for DOS, apparently they did the port for that. Okay, that's special. Yeah, tier text shows up here every once in a while. It's not too surprising. And possibly some of the James Pond ports, it appears. Ooh, they made the... It looks like they did help develop the NES Star Wars game, not the Konami one. Or Namco. Not the Namco one, but the other one that also came out on Game Gear. I played that version of it so much. I never beat it. It's incredibly difficult.
Ooh, you get careful. One hit for both of them. Oh no!
No! Yeah, Mazre is having to play through the entire first level again. Yugge onto level 3 again. You know, we're going to see some repeated levels quite a bit. You know, Mazre still has a decent chance of catching up, considering that Yugge, you know, only has one life on this specific continue. It's a huge setback. Mazre finding a bonus room. Ooh, you can fly. Okay, anything interesting? Nope.
Nope. Oh, I see. That actually is pretty useful. What Mazre did in the bonus room was use it to skip the train part completely.
Yeah, not a bad idea. The train part is slow and annoying. I like this horror-themed level and, like, ooh, a frog stuck in walls. So scary. Yeah, big thing for Yugge is that he does know where at least one extra life in this level is. A little more exploration could help, but at the same time, one extra life might be all that he needs because he did pretty well against the boss.
Yeah, Yugge also, at the very end of that fight, learned that how much damage those exploding planets actually do to the rat.
Oh, I mean, I've played Final Fantasy VII. I know how much it does. It's a lot. I'm trying to find out, okay, like I'm looking at the credits here. They don't have anybody credited for doing the music inside the game. Instead, everything is just production team. Sure, the BBC is listed as producer, executive producer, right and acquisitions manager, QA assistant, technical manager. So BBC was essentially overseeing this as management, and then Tier Tech's doing the actual development. John Prince being the main person credited. John Prince worked on other things like Bob the Builder, Fix It Fun, and Naughty and the Birthday Party. Rugrats, Totally Angelica. That sounds great. Stuart Little, The Journey Home. He should have stayed. Just stay home, Stuart Little, okay? We also have Kevin Ray, who worked on this. Again, worked on several of the same games. It appears that this team did a lot together. And yeah, probably got a bunch of shovelware because I don't imagine that this specific license would have been too pricey to get. Could be mistaken. Oh my gosh. Mazre is having such a hard time actually hurting this boss.
Yeah.
And like, I understand because, you know, he's pretty locked in on this being the strategy, but unfortunately, dropping the Googler's eyes on him is much better. Yugge, time to fight the flying rat, bat, magician.
Rat magician.
Thing. Ow! Okay, I like that the rat just hurts you by flying into you. Yeah, punch the rat. Yeah. See, if you can just combo punch the rat, that is good. People are saying his name is Senator Ratback Chiron. I trust about 10% of what you say at best. Hey, Mazre may have figured out dropping eyeballs. I'm gonna watch this round just to see.
And so you know, the rat's name is Dirty Rat.
Dirty rat. Take that, you dirty rat. Okay, Yugge is through at Dirty Rat. On to the next stage.
Does not look like Mazre has figured it out, unfortunately. And unfortunately, Mazre is just trying to tank the sock puppet damage. Yes, those are sock puppets being thrown at you.
How are those sock puppets?
I don't know.
I'm calling... Okay, that's a lie. I'm calling shenanigans. Mazre has dealt some damage to the boss, I think, without actually seeing it. So probably wondering a little bit, like, how did I hurt the boss here?
Yeah, no, those are actually sock puppets. I'm not trolling like Chiron was, but they're named Zip and Snip.
They have names?
Yep.
That's so stupid. Why do they... how do you have this secret lore that this game is mysterious? Oh my gosh.
Zip is the red one, Snip is the blue one.
Great, everybody. Go ahead and name your weird blurry things that you're throwing across the screen. Yeah. Mazre tried to go with the strat of corner the boss and just punch and kick a whole bunch. Honestly, if you can get him into the corner and just punch and kick a whole bunch, maybe you'll be able to land some hits without learning the actual strats for fighting the boss, but I'd recommend getting invincibility before trying that, you know?
After watching Mazre and having so much difficulty with this fight, doing it the same way I did, I have no clue how I did it. Because I never once touched those electric power-ups. I just spammed my attack and killed him somehow.
Really? Oh, Mazre landed a hit. Okay. Yugge moving on to level... Oh my gosh.
This would be 4 stage.
Yeah, level 4. This is very impressive how he's done so far. Yeah, Mazre is just struggling with this, figuring out how to actually hit the boss. I think he's learned that he can drop the eyeballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does look like Mazre's trying to use the eyeballs to damage.
Good. That's the way to do it. Use the eyeballs. Yes, you got the Googler with the eyeball. You did it. It wasn't a lot of damage, but it was a little bit. Oh, there we go. Okay, lure the Googler over. Lure him over.
Yeah, you have to drop it right on his head.
There we go. Okay, Googler has been hit. Good. Google him again. There we go. Okay, moving back to the left. Only one or two more hits and Mazre should be through. Yeah, grabbing the invincibility in order to have a better attempt here. Good. I think this is gonna do it. There we go. The boss is down. We have a clear for level 1 Mazre moving up. Unfortunately, he only has 1 life left, so he's gonna run into the same issue that Yugge had on level 2. Now, it's not impossible for Mazre to catch up. It's just going to be incredibly difficult and very unlikely at this point because Yugge is still making a solid push forward.
Oh, falls all the way back to the bottom of the level, though. So basically, starting the level over. Yugge taking a lot of risks by falling straight down. I like it because that's probably something I would do, but in this game, you've got a lot of instant death. Like that bubbling poo water, I guess?
Yeah. Not the bubbling poo water. Gross. Okay, game over for Mazare, and we're gonna have a few of those, I imagine, but if Mazare can avoid falling into the death water, then there's a chance of catching up. Of course, one thing for him to keep in mind is that because the previous boss was a puzzle boss, you can assume if the first boss is a puzzle boss, that's probably going to be the case for all the bosses, which is kind of true. Like, not a huge puzzle boss, just use alternate things in order to damage the boss. That is what this game is going for.
I still don't understand how you're supposed to defeat Lady Illusion. Because I every time you get close to her, she teleports away, but you're supposed to melee attack her, so it's like, wait.
Are you talking about the one with the jousting dude?
Yeah, the level Mazre's on now.
Oh, you use Joust Man. That's how.
Yeah, but she teleports away when you get close.
Well, you just go fast. If you go fast enough, she doesn't move out of the way quick enough in order to avoid getting hit. So just use like a jousting technique. Go as quick as possible. Okay, Yugge just trying to fly over the falling boulder and unfortunately fell down onto the boulder. What is this BS? Oh my gosh, I don't like Egypt stage.
I was waiting for that. Yeah, you think they're just spikes in the wall, but no, if you sit in front of it too long, it'll shoot out at you.
Yeah, they poke, and then shoot. And chat has a good point. Yugge is back up to 4 lives. This is pretty significant. Good. My question is, while you're running up this slope, are you able to jump or do you just have to keep running forward?
Just keep running.
Okay, so hopefully you don't get hit by a spiky thing, and if you do, tough luck.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, there's so much. Okay, one thing I gotta give this game, I kind of like the level design. It's interesting. It uses the mechanics pretty well to test how you're doing. Like, I enjoy the level design here.
So this is Pig Face.
Okay.
Who farts at you?
Hey everybody, welcome to Kusogrand8. We've got Pig Face with some tires. We're dropping coconuts or something on his head. Poorly shaped coconuts, but coconuts nonetheless.
Yeah, you do just drop the coconuts, but you just have to lure him in position beforehand, and then...
Yeah, you're not wrong about him farting on you. He definitely turns around, and his fart is a projectile.
Yep.
Holy crap.
I wasn't kidding. I believe if Yugge crouches, it should change the camera to lower.
This is so stupid. Yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind as well with games. If you can't see the boss, but there are ways to adjust the camera, you probably want to do that so you can actually see what you're fighting. Now, Yugge opting to punch Fart Face in the face.
It seems to be working, in all honesty, because Party McGee here needs a little bit of distance to fart on you.
Don't we all? Honestly, if you're going to fart, give distance. He's trying to be polite, and you're just punching him in the face. Bosses who fart in your general direction. Indeed, Ramsey Fox. Oh yeah, Ramsey in chat is going to be playing with me on Arcade Pit, so that will be fun. Yugge is through and on to level 5. Currently, Mazre on level 2. Yugge has a very strong lead. I do not see Mazre, like, coming back at this point. Yugge is just so far ahead.
Yeah, Yugge is really nailing this. This game definitely clicked with Yugge.
Oh, yeah. And I know that we had this in Kuso 6. I do not recall Fart Face.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah. I was in the match for this, so...
Oh, how far did you get?
I made it pretty far. Like, I think it was like 9 stages in or more.
What? Holy crap!
Yeah, I kind of destroyed this game, and I'm hoping we get to see the level. I can't remember when it is, but one of the levels has cream pies on the bottom of it, and I really hope we make it to that level.
Okay. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and say no video game should just be a circus game.
Oh no, I think Mazre's restarting to try and get more extra lives.
I think you're right. I don't know if that's...
I definitely think that's the wrong call.
At the same time, if it feels like you're not making progress on level 2 because you are limited on lives, now that Mazre knows how to beat the level 1 boss, this should go pretty quickly. But it is a setback. I would say that I don't think it's necessarily a bad choice, but this far in, with how Yugge has been doing, you know, it's a little bit late to be making calls like that. But I don't know, if Mazre can beat level 2, I'll say it was probably worth it technically. It's just Yugge was so far ahead that it ended up not mattering. Oh.
We might actually get to see the stage I'm hoping for, so I'm
hopefully
with how well Yugge is doing. So, oh no, Yugge didn't find the triangle. So in order to fight the boss, you do have to find that triangle icon.
Where's the triangle? This is what happens when you give games based off of British shows, you know? Oh, you have to find mystical triangle to fight boss. Yeah, sure, whatever.
I do believe it actually is called oh, there it is. I do believe it's called something like the mystical triangle too.
Let me see if the... I was gonna see if there was any information on the Wikipedia page for this TV series, if there was anything about triangles. There's something about a love triangle. But apparently Ace loved Lady Illusion. Oh my gosh, drama.
Hero loving a villain? That's not allowed.
Yeah, but she was Lord Fear's mistress throughout the first season, but wait, no, that might be a spoiler. I don't want to say what Lady Illusion does. When did this come out? 2 decades ago? Nah, that's whatever. She betrays Lord Fear. There you go. Sorry, everybody. I just ruined the series for you. You never have to watch Ace Lightning ever again. Unless that actually told you nothing about what's happening. Is this the Googler refight?
Yep.
Okay, all you have to do is have puppets come down and tickle him with their feet. That's nice.
Oh no, Mazre, don't... No, Mazre!
1 death
Run!
is fine. It's gonna be fine. Like 3 lives is gonna be fine. Okay, Yugge, moving on to the next level. We're going to the Waxworks. Uh-oh. Don't like this. Pig face again. Is he gonna fart more? Probably. That seems to be his thing.
Okay, so apparently the jousted person is not the kid. It's a character named Sparks.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Weird, but fine. Okay, Muzray just trying to knock the eyeballs down and hurt the Googler. Okay, there we go. Googler almost dead. Muzray grabbing the invincibility shield so that he can finish off the Googler. Should be just one hit. Should just be two hits.
It was just mistimed. He was guarding.
That's okay. Yeah, wave
There
to
we
us.
go.
Bye, Ace. Thank you so much. Now, I do want everybody to know, after this match, we have our first of 2 gauntlets for the day. I hope you are excited, because I don't want to spoil too much about what's going to happen, but the first gauntlet is going to be particularly special.
I can't wait.
Yeah, punch that wax. Yugge, come on, get that wax out. Out of the way.
Exploding zombies, yay.
We've got a wax, we've got an axe, we've got zombies, more eyeballs. Seriously, oh, we have scary level. Eyeballs are so scary. How are eyeballs scary? They're parts of the human body. That's not scary. Are humans scary? Well, kind of. Some humans. I don't know. Okay, per chat, eyeballs are scary. Fine. Eyeballs can be scary. Are knights with axes? Are suits of armor scary? Huh? I don't know. I don't think so. Is wax scary? I don't think wax is scary. You just melt it.
Oh yeah, the meat juice factory.
I think this is Waxworks, okay?
Hey, that is pink and it's the color of meat.
Oh, no, it's the Tubby Custard Factory.
I'm gonna call it meat juice. Hey, you get up to 5 lives. That's a really good.
No, okay, if people don't know the Tubby Custard, let me share. Teletubbies would make the Tubby Custard, and here it is. In all of its wonderful glory, and it apparently didn't save onto my computer. That's nice. You want to save, actually? You want to work? You want to do anything? It looks like it's illegal to share Tubby Custard. That's probably for the best.
Okay. So this is the wax level.
The meat juice level.
Oh,
no, here's
almost
Tubby
falling
Custard.
in.
There. Why does it say Tubby? It's Tubby. Oh my god. You make a GIF and you can't even check the basic spelling of what you're writing. Tubby Custard.
I remember the Teletubby episode where they
Yeah.
make way too many Tubby Custard and the poor cleanup robot.
What's funny is that people would share pictures of this, or it was an old school Tumblr post or something. They said, say hello to mechanically separated chicken, and they used this freaking picture. It's what all fast food chicken is made from. Things like chicken nuggets and patties. Also, the processed frozen chicken in the stores is made from it. Basically, the entire blah, blah, blah. The chicken is smashed up, passed through a sieve. There's more. Because it's currently with bacteria, it will be washed with ammonia, soaked in it actually. Then because it tastes gross, it will be reflavored artificially. Then because it is weirdly pink, it will be dyed with artificial color. But hey, at least it tastes good, right? High five, America. Then people are like,
yeah.
Isn't that the Tubby Custard machine?
Hey, look, as long as it tastes good, I don't care.
Yeah, but if it's Teletubbies, you especially shouldn't care because Tubby Custard is not real.
Look, the farting rat's back.
Oh, we're on to the fart pig. Oh my gosh, he's trying to back up because of his gas. Just give him personal space, Ace. Oh, got the head, but terrifying. Yeah, I think that Yugge is making the right call. Do not engage in this level's mechanics, just punch the pig. Yeah, punch him in the snout. Bam.
The fact that he just keeps running away shows that they didn't have very many good beta testers.
I would say less they didn't have good beta testers and more management. It's almost always management that causes things like that. Why? Because beta testers will probably make a note. They'll say something. In fact, they did have QA for this game. However, oftentimes when a game that has QA comes out with huge flaws, it's because management said there's no time, or they said, not a big enough problem.
Oh, random battle with Lady Illusion.
No, come back here, Lady Illusion. We're trying to punch you. Yeah.
So a trick with these fights is you can just let them kill you and it doesn't lower your lives or anything.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Ooh, Yugge missing the punch. Just gotta time it so that, you know, you punch when she's not disappearing or reappearing. There we go.
Chat asks what's the point of them, and I don't know.
It's a game. What's the point of swinging eyeballs in this game? I don't know.
Gotta find the one open door out of, you know, the whole map.
Yeah, I hope Mazre is able to beat, or at least make it to the boss of this level. I would love to see a little more progress. Wait, we get Pig again?
Looks like it.
2 levels in a row. They're like, we're out of villains. Come on, come back here, Piggy. Time to fart a 3rd time.
We haven't seen Anvil except for the random fight. Hey, Mazri made it to the boss.
Yeah, I do want to say thank you to the referees during this match. We have given you a very easy to track match. I hope you have enjoyed the vacation. No, never apologize for giving them an easy job. They like it. Right? Right,
they
referees?
yelled at me last time.
Ah, yeah. Linkura's name is now Linkura's Swinging Eyeballs. That's horrifying. I guess it is scary. Okay, you've convinced me. Oh. Ooh, interesting. Sorry, I'm actually interested in this now because you could do some really fun demented stuff having happy music, but it looks like this game is not trying anything interesting. Okay. There was just a merry-go-round for a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I think it's just a time thing, too. Don't really quote me on that.
Okay, I won't. As Chad is mentioning, the bitrate is a little bit special. I mean, GBA, like, was able to have more colors than a lot of, basically, any handheld before the GBA, you know, and maybe even a higher variety of colors than Super Nintendo. I'm not completely sure. But yeah, you can see, like, oh, time to punch the pig. Punch the pig, come back here. Punch him in the nose.
So, the funny thing about this version of the pig is, you knock things over and then he just stops doing everything and eats.
And then you punch him while he's eating. Okay. Well, that was simple. Let's see if Yugge gets to the level with the pies that you were talking about, because we have less than 2 minutes left. Mazre currently fighting Lady Illusion. And getting some punches off. Good.
I think this might actually prevent Yugge from...
Ah, dang it.
Yugge came across so many random...
Okay, there we go. Mazre got Lady Illusion to stop disappearing, reappearing, and there we go. Not engaging with the boss mechanics at all. Mazre is on to level 3, but Yugge...
Oh, this is the level.
Ah, the clowns.
I really hope it happens.
Oh, this is very much music. So, when do the pies happen?
They're actually at the lower part, so if you guys not careful, he might just...
Ah!
There it is!
Ah, the pie! Oh, death by cream pie.
The pies are just, for some reason, instant death.
Beautiful. I like that there's a diving board into the pie as well. That's so good. Oh, ball pit! It's DashCon, everybody! Oh.
I don't understand why they made the pies instant death. They're not even, like, deep enough for him to...
Make something instant death, you know? Well, there we go. That is time. That is the end of the match, and we are done. Woo! 1 hour of Ace Lightning. You know, I think there are some decent elements of this game. I do think that there are some hideous things about it, the different art styles. Not the ugliest game I have seen, but honestly, I think that it works pretty well for the theme. Oh, I had a lot of fun, and Yugge did absolutely amazing. They can go ahead and jump into voice. You already messaged them, so I'll go ahead and chill to see if they do. And it looks like I've got both of them. Hello, Mazre.
Hello.
Hello, Yugge.
Hello.
Ah, well, you know, we'll go ahead and say that I think it's pretty clear who took the victory here. We had a lot of forward momentum and a lot of progress from Yugge, who made it, let me see, how far was it? To level 8. And you fell into the pot. Yeah, it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it was the second stage of the third section, at least. So.
Yeah. So, I gotta ask you, Yugge, what did you think of the pie?
That was hilarious.
I actually audibly said, "Oh no, I got pied" when that happened.
I love it. Yeah, and like, I know that both of you got held up a little bit at the beginning, but like once Yugge made it to the second stage, you started just push after push after push, and just each level seemed to fly by for you, like especially when you got to the stupid pig boss. Like, what the crap?
I realized well, first I realized that the intended way of dropping the coconuts didn't work. He took no damage whatsoever, so I was like, well, maybe I can just punch him. And then I noticed that you jump further, then he can retreat. So he ends up running away from you, and while he's running away from you, you can attack him.
Yeah.
So you could kind of cheese him like that. Then I was just lucky that like that boss was 3 stages in a row.
Yeah, you never got to see Anvil except for that random encounter, which, by the way, those are all random encounters you kept hitting, and yeah. I've never seen so many in one, like, go.
Yeah, so. You got a lot of random encounters there. Yeah, Mazre, I feel like after you went back to the first level and got a few extra lives so that you could tackle the second one, you started getting your momentum there. You took out Lady Illusion pretty well as well. In fact, you didn't use the mechanic of the boss at all. You just punched her in the face.
Yeah, I couldn't quite figure out how to use the hover joust or whatever.
Don't worry, I still don't know how to use it myself.
Yeah, nobody knows, and honestly, hover joust is a little bit weird. Yugge kind of used it effectively, and I'm not exactly sure how.
You had to have a certain amount of momentum for it to count. But then I just realized that if you anticipate where the boss spawns, you can just slam a kick or punch, and she would take damage. So that was easier.
Yeah, I noticed that. Basically, when she was in the middle of her attack animation, she was vulnerable. So it was very, very weird how. And I got her in a loop at one point where she was just respawning over and over again. I guess because she couldn't walk backwards.
Oh
it was very, very bizarre stuff.
I very much appreciate how both of you figure out how to beat most of the bosses without doing it the proper way, let's say.
Yeah, of course it did, you did, Mazre, figure out how to deal some damage to the first boss without really engaging the boss in the correct way, but at the same time, it held you up so much. I was so confused that entire time, and then was like, okay, hit him with the eyeballs was finally the answer, I guess. But it was very, very hard to tell what was actually damaging him with everything flying around. Yeah.
So I was given this game in Kuso 6, I believe it was, and I did it the way you were doing it before, where you just damage it over and over again and just attack over and over again, and it just overwhelms the mechanic. And I don't know how I did that, but I didn't learn about the mechanic until too late. Or I guess not too late, but until it was already dead.
Yeah.
But I would say that the biggest boost to my momentum, at least, was that I realized that every single stage, you start by going down, then you go right, then you go up, then you go and backtrack, and that's the end of the stage. Every single stage worked like that.
Yeah.
It was like the cheat code to the level design.
I love it. So, what do you think of the game overall? I suppose that's my main question for you two.
This is a miserable game.
Oh
start
no!
to finish.
Okay, that's completely fine. Welcome to
The
Kusogrand8.
controls are just bad. That's about the only way to bad and inconsistent.
Controls are bad and inconsistent. That is fair. Yeah, I think some people watching were like, "Well, this doesn't look too bad." But they weren't really feeling what you two were feeling while you were playing it.
Oh,
The collision at times felt random.
I have a question for you, Mazre. What do you think about those platforms above the train?
Oh man, those made me so angry.
Oh.
And then that there's you basically don't have to do that entire section at all.
Yeah,
You can either
can
land
just
on the
fly.
platform, or there's a flight just to the left of it as well. So it's completely pointless.
I mean, I'm glad that they gave you other ways to deal with it, because that is a very annoying section. But, this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed watching it. Unfortunately, Mazre, we do have to eliminate players, so you are eliminated from the tournament. Remember to hit me up, though, for Steam gift card. I believe it's $15. We'll have to check again just to make sure, but I'm happy to get that to you, as well as the movie Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Chat, all of the subs that you have given and helped out with will help cover those prizes, so I very much appreciate that. So Mazre, we have the tradition of asking for your last words, so before I let you go, for your tombstone, do you have any last words?
There's a hero in us all.
Yeah. I mean, at this very moment. Kind of creepy.
I don't think Bro ever got to hear.
Oh no, they didn't get to hear the title music.
Oh, I didn't?
No.
Dang it.
Do you guys still have your stream up?
Mine might still be up. Hold on.
Okay, let me go ahead and change this real quick. Okay, I'm going back. if yours is still up. Okay, ignore the players' names because they're incorrect, everybody. But here we go. Going back so that I can hear this. Gotta turn the audio on. Okay.
It's marvelous.
Turning it on. Okay, turning it up. There's a hero in us all, everybody. Oh my god. We know it.
Oh, no, that's a hero in the sun.
Oh, there's a hero in the sun? Whatever.
Yeah.
There's a hero in us all. Okay, I want to believe. Well, thank you so much. Mazre, anything you want to plug before I let you go?
Nope, I'm all good. I want to just say thanks to you and everybody else for putting Kusogrand8 together.
Yeah, sure thing. It's been a blast. What about you, Yugge? Want to plug anything?
Just continuing my PC ending quest. Actually managed to beat my own game I was playing last week, so we're on to Cybercross right now. So
Ooh.
A bit more action platformer.
I kind of like that game. It's got issues, but it's kind of enjoyable as well. Cool. So that's over at Yugge's stream. Escorian, want to plug anything yourself?
I'm actually going to be competing in the Worlds Collide tournament, which is the randomizer for Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah.
So I've been doing some practicing for that over on my channel.
Yeah, and when does the tournament start?
Starts March 9th.
Okay. Well, anybody playing better be practicing because they're coming to get you, and Escorian's coming to get you. Well, all right, all three of you, thank you so much for being here, and I'll let you go. Take care, friends.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Well, everybody, the time is near. We're going to have a quick break, but after this, we have our first gauntlet of Kuso 8. Stay tuned.